Alright, hey guys. So, close the window over here. So, for today's shave, it's been a little while. I didn't realize it's been so long. It's been about a month since I posted a video, and the last video I posted was actually a couple months ago because I completely forgot to post it. I don't know why. It was just in my queue in videos that I needed to post, and I completely forgot about it. But quick update on me, I am now out of Key West. I was there for 3 months. I left in February. It is now March, I think it's March 14th. March 13th. And so it's been a little while since I've posted, and been here in Pensacola, Florida since February, so I've been here a little over a month. So we are going to start today's head shave with pre-shave, and I'm going to be using the PAA Cube. This is just the mentholated black one. And again, I don't really think pre-shaves are needed nowadays with most good quality shave soap. You know, when I first started wet shaving, like in 2011, 2012-ish, I would say it was not necessarily even needed back then, but it was nice, really, really nice to have, because some shave soaps were not the slickest in the world back then, but we've come a long ways. But I still do enjoy using the PAA Cube from time to time. I do definitely notice that it does give me a little bit more of a slickness. And it's marketed also as a lather booster, i.e. meaning it will make you have more lather, more, I guess you could even say, voluptuous. Don't quote me exactly what the marketing is behind that, i.e. do they market it as it making it more volume, more lather just in general? But I do definitely notice, I think it does boost the lather a little bit. Again, not needed, but it's nice to have. You just need a little bit, goes a long way, and then I like to make sure it's nice and well hydrated though. Because what I have noticed is if you don't oversaturate the PAA Cube, then you really got to oversaturate your lather, because mixing the lather with the PAA Cube could dry out the lather at first. So I already have the brush loaded up. So today we are using PAA Monster Mashup, which is clown fruit mixed with Monster Rosso. It's a great scent. So you get the sweetness of the clown fruit, which is like a juicy fruit bubblegum to me. And then you get that Haitian Vetiver from the Monster Rosso, which is to me the biggest scent out of Monster Rosso, is that Vetiver, Haitian type. And it's just a great mashup. I don't remember seeing this the last year, in 2023. It usually comes out each year. I snagged this sucker in 2022, and as you can see, I still have quite a bit, and I do have a backup tub. With ones like these, I do get backups. I used to get a lot of backups. I'm starting to sell off some of those backups that I found out you can just buy whenever. But ones like this that are unique, and they only release like once a year, and they don't even release every year, I like to buy a backup just so I have it, because I like it that much. So for the brush today, we are using the Mozingo. That's his coin. ZT4 has a really cool blue sparkle that goes into a silver and into a purple. And then this is just black. There's like a shade of blue in there, but even in person, it looks very black. You have to get it like really just the right angle under light to even see the shimmers of blue in that part. Really great brush. This is one I have thought about moving because I have like 5 ZT4s, but it's a great knot, man. Not my favorite handle. It's really ergonomic, but just the colorway compared to some of my other brushes is not the most exciting thing in the world. So I have thought about moving it, but man, the knot's just so good that I haven't been able to pull the trigger on moving it. Splash, we are going with the matching splash. And as you can see, even after having this well over a year, I've barely used any. Razor of choice, it's going to be blade of choice first is the Gillette Nacet, second use. And this beauty is the Alpha Outlaw Evolution in titanium. And this one's very special because it has been anodized in a galaxy port. And from my understanding, there was only 2 of these made, and I have 1 of those 2. So that's kind of cool and special. Very smooth shaver, yet efficient. So it's like Carve Overlander smoothness, but a little bit more efficient than the Carve Overlander. So let's go right into the dunk method. So I just dunk the tips right in there. And we're going right to town. So I hope everybody's been doing good. And yeah, I've been just being lazy on recording my shaves. I've been still shaving, enjoying them. Where I'm currently at is not a bad place to videotape because I am on what we consider in the RV world partial hookups. I have full electric hookups right now, and I have water hookups. So I have running water in my RV, so I don't have to really be too crazy with trying to consolidate water. But what we don't have, and why it's called partial hookups, is we don't have a septic tank to dump our tanks into, right? So here, what we do, what I was going to have to do is move the RV every so often, or we could just use, because there's showers, a little walking distance right outside my RV, there's showers, toilets, so you could use those, but if you want to use your own, then you got to be able to do something once the tanks get full, right? You're holding tanks on your RV. And before, what we would have to do is we'd have to basically hook up the RV to the truck and go take it, it's like a block away, to the dump station and dump out, going for the first pass. That's pretty good, I would say. We'd have to go empty. But after years and years of talking about getting a portable tank, basically it's a tank where it has wheels, and then you can just wheel it to the dump station. So instead of having to hook up your whole RV, you can just dump that way. Finally bought one. So I'm not sure if I said it in the video, but we're in Pensacola, Florida. So I am still in Florida, but in north part of Florida, very north actually. Like I'm 5 minutes from the state line of Alabama, right here. And looking at how this is washing out, I should have hydrated the lather even a little bit more, to be honest. Remember what I said in the beginning, when if you don't really soak that, you don't really like overhydrate your lather and you're using the cube, because that cube, that's extra it's extra lather, right? So like that's why you got to really hydrate. Either really hydrate the cube lather or really hydrate your brush lather when you use that cube. And it's not an issue. You know, it's still washing out in the sink. But I can tell that it just definitely could have used a little bit more hydration by the way it's washing out. Like if I had to wash this out like when I'm boondocking and I don't have running water, I'll usually wash in a bowl of water like this, and that would not have worked with how dry this lather is. But I mean, you can see it's not like super fucking dry. And it's just quite slick. PAA is one of those ones where I've been using them since like 2012. And while I don't think they're a top 3 shave soap base for me, they are really nice. For it being a vegan, it's a really great soap. And one thing that I like what Doug, the owner of PAA, does is people, you know, there's a lot of people that hate on PAA, but they're really good at making wet shaving fun. Like stuff like this. Like mashing up 2 of his scents that are, you know, pretty big scents during Halloween fall and mashing them up together. Like that's fun, right? That's interesting. And you don't see a lot of artisans and soap makers doing stuff like that. And that's why I like PAA. Because they do some fun stuff to try and experiment and see how it works. I do think their soap is really easy to use. You saw how easy it is to build a lather. I find some soaps a little difficult and tricky to work with. PAA is not one of those. I feel like it can take a lot of water, so you don't have to worry about drowning it. But it also gets quite voluminous, even when it's underhydrated. So I really find it's a great soap to work with. And what I've come to realize now is that's one of the things that I'm starting to look for in my soaps, and I'm starting to get rid of soaps that I feel like aren't easy to work with. Because I don't mind, you know, taking 10 minutes to build a lather and what have you, but at the same time, like, I don't want it to feel like a job, right? Like, when I'm shaving, I do this because I enjoy it, so I don't want it to be, see, that one washed out way easier. The other ones weren't hard, but that one was just so much easier. Now you can tell, like, that is the hydration level I should have had in the beginning. But if I have a soap now that is just kind of hard to lather, I give it a second chance. And if it still is a little too tricky for me, I move it now. I put it into my move pile and I wait till I have a couple soaps because, I don't know, I feel like it's a little like wasteful for me to try to sell just one soap at a time. So I like to use bundles and I'll sell like 4 or 5 at a time. But like just couple weeks back, I sold a couple soaps because either A, the scents weren't for me, or I just felt like they were a little too hard to work with. And some of them are in really good quality artisan soaps that I like. Like one of them was uh, some soap from Barrister Man. It was like a pine scented soap, and it was a nice soap. It's not being made anymore. I forgot the name of it though, but it was at the point where it wasn't my favorite evergreen pine soap that I had. It wasn't even my second favorite. So I was like, okay, you know, you have like 2 or 3 other soaps that you like more in the pine category. Why are you keeping this one? And I told myself it was because I loved the base, and it was omnibus, and I do love it. But what I noticed about that one is, and I don't know if it was just because it was an older soap, because I bought it used, and it was a couple years old, but you know, it was still full and you can't buy it anymore, so I sold it fairly easily, I guess. I just found it a little challenging to work with compared to other other soaps that I have from Barrister and Man. Even though it was in the same soap base as the other ones. So I don't know if that's just something because it was so old, maybe. That, you know, that makes sense. Once a soap gets a certain age, maybe it starts to get kind of harder to work with. Especially because I could already probably imagine that top layer maybe gets kind of a little harder to work with. So maybe if I would have just scraped off that top layer even. But I tried using it a couple times, and I was just like, yeah, time to move it. This one still smells great. We're going pretty fast, folks. It's a great mix-up. Again, clown fruit to me is like this really nice gourmand juicy fruit style scent. And then the Monster Rosso is this really dark Velvetier scent. So you kind of mix those two up and you get like this sweet gourmand juicy fruit with the Haitian Velvetier. Just really great combo. Another thing I've been trying to do lately to switch it up a little bit is I used to use like different razors every time I would shave. And now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use the same razor for about a week straight. So that way I can get a really good idea of just how smooth, how sharp, how much I like it. So last week, what I was using every day was the Carve Overlander, but the way I found I like it the most is by taking that stock handle it comes with off, and it's the stainless steel model Overlander, and replacing that handle with the timeless TI crown handle. That just makes the Overlander so much lighter, and it makes it even quite a bit smoother in my opinion too. Now I already thought the Carve Overlander was smooth, but by doing that it becomes so freaking nice. Like, that is the combo for the Overlander. And I've been thinking about moving the Overlander, just because now I have 2 or 3 razors like it that are smooth, mildly I'd call mild to medium efficiency category. And I'm trying to start to really pare down my stuff. Like I said, I recently sold some software. I'm trying to figure out what brushes I want to move next. Because what I'm realizing is I just have so much stuff that it's hard for me to utilize all my brushes. It's hard for me to utilize all my razors as much as I want to, just because I have so much stuff. So I'm really trying to pare down. And I'm thinking like by using a razor every day for a week straight, it'll really give me the idea of like, okay, hey, which one do I want to keep? Like this. This is as smooth as the Carve Overlander with the TI crown handle. But I think it's a little bit more efficient. When I shave my head, I feel like it stays smoother longer with this than it does with the Carve. And I have another razor on the way that's supposed to be another really smooth shaving, semi-medium efficiency razor, and that's the TI Diamondback. So I'm looking forward to getting that, but if I get that too, I should probably sell one of these other razors. And I don't have a lot of razors compared to some people, but I don't know, I'm probably at around 10-ish DE razors, and that's including my 2 vintage Gillettes. I think you guys can hear that. This thing has pretty decent feedback too. Yeah, this is just so smooth, so smooth. So let me get this off the head. Oh yeah. Get my towel. Oh yeah. Another thing I've been doing, I probably won't do it today, but after I shave, I've been using Thayer's just to kind of give it a one over to clear all the pores out and slash to reduce some of the irritation and swelling you might get just from shaving, and because I have it, so why not use it? But today I think I'm just going to go straight to the aftershave splash. I do really enjoy the restrictors on these. Makes it super easy to take it out. Oh yeah. Ooh. One thing I will say about PAA is I definitely almost always, not always, but right there even I did feel a little bit of it, but you feel a nice burn, which means it has high alcohol content, which actually research shows is not actually the best thing for your skin. And that's kind of another reason why PAA to me doesn't meet the like my top 3. Probably not even in my top 5 favorite artisans to buy for soap and aftershave splash, because of things like that. Like, I know some people love that burn, and that's good for you. But what I do love is the scents. Like, even this one is super strong. Like, their splashes last forever, and their splashes are incredibly strong. Like, it says it even here, spooky aftershave cologne, right? And you know, is that a marketing gimmick? Maybe, but I will say their splashes last a long time, longer than any other splash that I can think of off the top of my head. And I own a lot of different artisan soaps and splashes, and like this, yeah, it lasts as long as I would say some of like EDC, EDP's colognes that I've used. Their splash, that's how strong it is. And that is great. That was a great. So let's do a quick wrap up. For today's shave, we used this gorgeous Alpha Outlaw Evolution Titanium, and it's anodized in a galaxy theme. We used the Gillette Nacet in it, which is probably my favorite blade to date. Second use, we used the PAA methylated cube, and I don't really feel a lot of methylation from it, to be honest. I'm pretty sure this is the mentholated cube. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the black one's the mentholated. I could be wrong though. I bought that years ago, and you can still see how big it is. Things last forever. For the soap and splash today, we used PAA CK6 Monster Mashup, which is clown fruit mixed with Monsteroso. Again, PAA, it's probably not in my top 5 favorite artisans, simply because of the fact of small things like I like a splash that feels better on my skin. There's better feeling shave soaps where they make your skin feel more hydrated and more luxurious afterwards. What I do love about PAA is they make shaving fun. Like this scent, it's great. And that's why I love PAA. They have so many awesome, fun, unique, beautiful scents that you can't get anywhere else in any artisan. You know, so many artisans will do just normal scents of like a boozy scent or an oriental scent, a lavender, a woody scent. And then these guys are doing clown fruit, which is like to me a juicy fruit bubblegum mixed with a velvetier. Like how awesome is that? I do like that it works very easily to build lather. I love how easy it is to load from the tub. Like some tubs, I'm over here for 40 seconds just loading away. This, I loaded that in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 one way, 10 counterclockwise. That was it. 20 seconds. And then look how much I still have. And the brush today was a Mozingo ZT4. And I mean, look at that. Look how much we still have. That's a whole nother pass easily. Oh, I guess I could have done, yeah, maybe off camera I'll just do a little touch up of my neck. But appreciate you guys stopping by. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to start doing a little bit more consistent with these posts. And I'll catch you guys on the other side.